Music can be very powerful. It can bring you from one level of thought to another in a split second. This song makes me wanna kiss you so bad. This song makes me want to so bad. Crypto is sexy. It can be a drag. But this song makes me want to kiss you so bad. Turn the market on. It's the only light we'll have. This song makes me want to kiss you so bad. Have you ever wanted to make a trade while I'm sitting in your lap? Oh God. This song makes me want to with you so bad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Something's got me crazy for you. It's the combination of the high and me being with you. It's a bull run, baby. The market's crazy, and I just want you. Crypto can be sexy, and I want you. I want you. I want you. I do.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Black Rock. Let's do this shit. Black Rock. Let's do this.
Well, if Bitcoin will become the ultimate type of a form of the currency been adopted by human society, I can tell exactly what's going to happen as the worst scenario or the must scenario. We're all going to die. This is not a joke.
Merry Christmas.
Nice. It's not a joke.
What the heck is going on here, you guys?
We're all gonna die.
You get the
We're all gonna die. So positive on such a positive day.
Merry Christmas. We got first snow in Germany. How about that?
Ho, ho, hoes.
Ho, ho,
What?
ho. And we gonna...
We don't have snow.
You don't have snow in Slovakia?
No. Not
What-
yet,
what
not yet,
snow?
not yet.
Damn. We have
What
like
snow?
serious snow.
What is snow?
And we're starting the show on a fantastic news that just broke. That just broke right before the show. Let's drop some bombs on it. The one, the only, Gary Gensler is stepping down as SE chair on Trump's inauguration day. Woo-hoo-hoo!
I'm gonna tune in to see that before I see Trump.
God damn.
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Sandy.
Goodbye, Gary.
Out with the trash.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Shit.
Every time from now on, I stub my toe, I drop a glass and break it or whatever, I'm just gonna say, Gensler.
How did I foresee it? Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Who could have known?
Peter knew. Peter
I knew.
orchestrated the whole
Peter
thing. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So that's great, isn't it? Like
awesome.
like having a carbuncle freaking excised from your body, or some kind of bad thing drained from
Like
your
a
body.
terrible disease.
Yeah, removed from the market.
He's
Like
out, he's
Rackham,
Mm.
all his bags, and he's
He
out.
who shall not be
He's out.
named.
A rage dump. Wait, you can't say that name on this broadcast.
Yeah, he who shall not be named.
Can't
Why
say
not?
it more than one. No,
Why
no
not?
more.
Yes,
No more, please.
No more. We're distancing ourselves from that
So Christian.
situation.
Stop it. Stop coming
Hi,
close, Peter. You're
Christian.
gonna get cursed.
Hello, Christian.
Salute.
Shut up. Hey guys, it's an across the board green moment in time.
Man,
Let
it's-
us revel in this for just a moment.
We got
A moment of silence for all of the haters out there.
all of the haters. Crypto is
okay,
here.
that was enough. Yeah.
We're
Oh,
back.
I'm-
We're back again. It's a
You know
10% pump
why
day.
everything's
A
pumping?
double digit.
You know why everything's pumping?
Because
Because
Gensler.
Because Eric Wall. Because he's trying to fuck ETH just because Richard has a lot of it,
Jeez,
and
man.
he's failing at it.
But ETH did a great job today.
The Mimble
He
Wimble
did
guy.
amazing.
ETH
The
did
wizard.
a big old pumpity. How much are we talking? 10%? Come on.
Man, we're above 10%. It's
Nearly 10%.
absolutely crazy. The whole market is going nuts. Like if I'm checking here, what is this? CoinGecko.
XRP pumped.
Yeah,
The
it's like
fuck?
they have like a 3.4 trillion market cap. Coin market cap has 3.2, so that in itself is absolutely nuts. That's all-time highs. Bitcoin just hit 98.5. Ethereum 3.350. Give us a 350.
350.
Sometimes you need 350.
Solana is at 255 now that I dumped all my Solana. See there you go.
Great job, Crypto.
Thank you, BNB 622. Now that I dumped all my BNB. You see there's a pattern going on. XRP $1.18. That's some diehard hodling. You know, for 5 years they didn't have a breakout. Doge.
How many X's did they get in 5 years?
You know, Doge, that would have been the easiest trade. I could kick myself because the minute Elon got, the orange man was in office, this shit 2x. So that would have been the
Mr.
easiest.
Trump, it's Mr. President for you.
I didn't
2X,
think about it.
2X. What is this, a pump for ants?
And number 10, Cardano at 80 cents. I still have some Cardano. Cardano, the Charles Hoskinson guy, he is in talks about becoming the crypto czar.
Oh my goodness. The guy that doesn't believe that crypto should have a monetary attachment
Yeah.
to it.
He's on his way to the White House. That's what he's tweeted today.
Mr.
So,
Yak Milk.
I'm curious what he's doing there. I want Richard in this position.
Oh fuck, that would be so great.
Not happening.
Yeah, I guess not. Let's check chat. We got True Blue in the house. DeFi down under crew. The breakout is real. Finally, time for Pulsechainers to unify and march in the same direction.
What's that?
Yes, I'd love to see that, but I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. We'll keep infighting till the walls come down.
Absolutely.
In this community. But
That's right.
Thank you for checking us out first on the stream. Hex on Air, our What the Heck Supra member, is number 2. And Crypto Butler, number 3. Sandy Beach is here. Good to see you. Lisa Marie. Yes, Lisa Marie sent us the wonderful intro song. The crypto market is going crazy. We got Avalon checking in. My ETH trade is cooking 5-star meals right now. You did the right thing.
Nice.
Agenda 69 checking in on the Twitch side of things. Mrs. Avalon is here. Mackenzie checking in. Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, these people are coming back.
Man, we got 63 people already
Thank
live.
you, everyone. Sheesh.
Got a Wookiee on the chain. Where's my goddamn Chewbacca? Here it is. Yeah, so there we go.
Damn. I don't even know what to do with such good news.
Archie.
Have you ever just been like at a loss for everything? You're just stunned and saying, I love the world right now.
I mean, real quick, let me just set the tone. So we got breaking news in front of the show. Gary Gensler stepping down on Inauguration Day, January 20th.
Perfect.
China, this also happened today. Crypto is now legal tender or whatever in China.
No, it's property. Yes.
So it's okay to hold Bitcoin in China. Sui, DeFi extraordinaire blockchain, was down today for 2 hours. You see?
When Pulsechain outage? When?
Flawless uptime.
All these shit chains are dropping dead, stopping,
all the
and
time,
pumping like hell. We need to do that.
And
we
need to go wait. Tell Richard to bring it, take it offline. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, maybe we should do an outage. And see,
let's do a fake outage. Let's just say Pulsechain out. Then
Papa B.
Yes.
If the Pulsechain is down, nobody can sell, right?
Oh, was that the plan all along?
That's the trick
with Solana. Wow. And Sui.
Trick. So Sui is down. Trump announces a government role for a crypto advisor. Michael Sailor Moon is still adding to his stack.
Yeah,
they did
that's
another 26 million in trading volume just today on the MicroStrategy stock.
One moment, may I say that I was on a Twitter space with this Mr. Sailor Moon.
Really?
Just yesterday, and I think it was yesterday or the day before, and he was laying out everything. And you know what I really liked is he said he's starting to talk beyond Bitcoin. Remember, he says there is no second best. Well, you know what? He softened on that. He said that the crypto industry has gotten a new lease on life, and there will be a huge opportunity in alternatives to Bitcoin, he said. So finally he's identified that there's more than just his big orange coin
bubble.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Maybe,
if there's
he saw that he can, or maybe he realized that he can create his own coin, do a sacrifice, and get $1 billion.
Yes. Yep. We're gonna add
guys,
Sailor coin to our balance sheet. Yeah.
Do you guys think that Richard will apologize to him?
To him?
To Gensler?
Yeah. No. To Michael
Sailor Moon. I think Richard was bigging up Sailor Moon
because he was slapping him left and right.
I thought the other way around. Because didn't he once said that Michael is the only guy that's promoting crypto out there? Be better. I
think he
did
gave
let
him
him
his
cook.
he gave him his props. I think it's.
think
I,
he
think,
did
I
let
don't
him
think there's
cook.
anything to.
Did he really? Because
Yeah,
I
I
think so.
I remember him criticizing. I remember Richard criticizing Sailor for saying that you should mortgage your house, buy Bitcoin,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, okay.
I don't know, sell your wife and buy Bitcoin.
That was Peter McCormick.
No.
Peter McCord. Hey,
That was Sailor.
Did you? Speaking of Sailor,
Hmm.
did you guys
Popeye.
notice there was a tweet from the Hexalina Pulsalot adjacent character that's emerged that still has lulls at the end of all of her tweets.
Right. It's very bearish lately.
Yeah, very bearish. However, she turned around today. If you take a look at what she said, and by the way, it's a man, but it's okay. But anyway, we'll call it a she. We'll call it a she, because hinted that Richard had bullish news, could be the dropping of the case or something like that, some bullshit like that. Yeah, well, that was pretty out there. I didn't see anybody else talking about it. Do you think that there's anything to the case being dismissed soon? Did you hear anything?
No,
I
he
mean-
tweeted about some other case where
Yeah.
crypto
wasn't this,
won against the SEC. It
Mhm.
was the Crypto Freedom Association from the great state of Texas who was suing the SEC for overreach.
You know
and
what?
he
I think Richard
tweeted
should
about
Did they win?
Yes.
Did they win? They won.
Yes. So
When
that's-
was this announced?
today, like he tweeted it an hour ago. I think this.
Well, then that's
in the
that's the
afternoon.
thing. Yeah,
That's
that,
the
so
thing.
then that's precedent in the books, man. Then it's
Exactly.
gonna-
So stars are aligning there.
holy crap!
Yeah.
What if
But
Richard
no,
can't
on
refuse
our
now?
thing, there is nothing here on the court docket. The last one is still the filing of the transcript.
I
yeah.
see. So that's pretty bullish if Richard's tweeting out that the SEC is suable and
Yes.
and they can losable. And
I mean, that's
and
the
good.
document here, SEC and versus like Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas. So
That's neat. Crypto Alliance of Texas.
that's right. And
You
last
guys,
piece of
I
news,
think-
just to finish on the news bit, MasterCard, JP Morgan are integrating blockchain payment solution. Just to set the tone, it's all bullish, you guys. To the moon. Peter.
So, I think Richard should countersue SEC and Gensler after he's stepping down. So, you know,
Of course.
Sure.
I'm
Lock
down
him
with
up.
that. Lock him up. I'm sure he's running an
Why
illegal
not?
email
Why not?
server in his bedroom.
Yeah. Hold on a second. True Blue says, "How dare you assume it's a gender, Papa? It's gender."
There you
That's
go.
funny.
It's that
That's
woke
funny.
shit up in here.
I have news for you, everybody. Trump won.
Yeah, freedom.
You know. Okay, so check this out. How long?
Deportation.
How many days has it been since Trump won? Can you count them? How many days?
The Orange Man.
How many days has it been since the
know.
4th? It's been what, 16 days, 17 days. Okay, so it's been 17 days since Trump won.
The elections were on 5th, right?
16 days then. 16
17.
days. It's been over 2 weeks, right? 16. Thank you, Sandy Beach. Thank you.
Sandy
And by the
Beach
way,
keeps count.
I hope you're doing okay, Sandy Beach. Everything okay with that? Everything okay that we wished you well? You seem to be typing.
I
rather
understand she had her surgery, but she's still resting at home and
well. Still resting.
recovering.
So don't
But I
don't
think she's
yell
all right.
or yeah, excellent. We need
Still
you.
sending healing vibrations to
Thoughts
Sandy.
and prayers.
So check this out. It's been 16 days
Thoughts and
since the
prayers.
election, right? It's been 16 days since the election, and I tune into CNN as you do, just for laughs.
At
And
the airport.
at the airport in business
That's
class.
the only
It'll
place
be
where it
fun.
runs, at the airport. And
No.
At the gate.
So we got it here. We
Oh,
like
you
to
got
watch
it.
all the because this last election, it really opened my eyes actually for the last year how utterly slanted CNN is, and all these resting bitch face type of commentators that are like,
Of course.
he's still 2 points behind Kamala in all of our polls. So it's not going to improve for him. He's losing ground everywhere. He's losing with these age groups and these types of races and all these votes he's not going to get. Well, check it out. 16 days. We've tuned in every day, and every day I watch for 5 minutes and turn it off. Why? Because they're sifting through the ashes. That's all they're doing right now.
All they do is shit on these new appointees and try.
The new appointees are like, this is really terrible, and but they keep sifting. How did Trump win in this Pennsylvania place, and how did he get the Latino vote, and how did it happen? We're trying to figure out how this crazy haywire thing happened. No, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple, right? You didn't run a good candidate over there, and he fucking
the most unlikable candidate ever.
Yes. Yeah. But they said she's in the lead. She's so popular. She's got so much joy, and forget the fact that we're not hearing anything about policy. Look, I don't want to go through it all, but I'm telling you that the mainstream media is doing nothing. They're not apologizing. They're not saying, you know what, maybe we had it wrong, or you caught us. We're totally left-wing slanted. Welcome to the left-wing slanted network, where you're going to hear nothing but criticisms about the current administration for the next 4 years. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
I mean, it's weird because CNN is the only channel we get over here. We get CNN and CNBC. That's all we're getting. So there is no ABC. There is no Fox News.
It's called the internet.
Maybe in Slovakia.
Yeah, the internet is the best. I definitely
on regular TV. Yeah.
Well, who
Fast
owns
Abdul.
a regular TV?
Fast Abdul checking it.
What?
Yeah, Fast Abdul won, and we won a little bit too, but Fast Abdul was faster. Yeah,
pull a fast one.
4 zeros and 7, boys.
4 zeros and 7. We just broke it, but Trump announcing a crypto advisor role. I mean, this, 5 years ago they said it's a scam, and now they're appointing an advisor role,
an actual cabinet position. Yes.
And followed up with this here. This is the Bitcoin fundamentals.
Oh. You know what though? Okay, so let's just take a step back before we start congratulating ourselves. So I'm not an ADA holder. I haven't been for millennium, but let me explain in case some of you youngins don't remember the face-offs and the debates between Hoskins' son and Richard Hart. They were extensive, and Hoskinson thinks it's okay to go and during the bear market and just go fuck off for 3 years and go and send back pictures of himself enjoying life to all of his followers. Like, oh, this yak milk is beautiful. You should really try this yak milk. If you ever get to the freaking base of this mountain camp, you got to try the yak milk.
Why not?
Man, it's the best.
You sell the top.
Because he wasn't developing, he wasn't building shit. He was just sitting there.
He just sold the top, Papa B.
Well,
that's
he did sell. He dumped on all of his community. Sure, yes, but my point is that Richard came and debated with him, and Hoskinson's idea, I thought from listening to that live stream that they were both on Twitter back then, it was called Twitter, right? Was that Hoskinson doesn't really believe in number go up. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm in it for the tech. And Richard's like, fuck that shit. It's all number go up. So we're going to get a crypto czar that doesn't believe in number go up. Is that really going to be great for us or what?
Wow, that's just a rumor, though. Who knows who that guy is? Maybe it'd be the dev from Doge or something.
No, look, the two positions that really matter to us are going to be the
SEC.
The SEC, which looks to be very, very crypto friendly, the nominees that they're floating around, especially the lady that they just announced was the front runner now. She's really pro crypto. And then, of course, we need the Treasury Secretary to not be like Mnuchin.
Yeah.
Right. And to say, well, right.
Run the machine. Boy.
Yes. Yes. So I think those two positions, and then maybe Hoskinson in the background jerking off saying, yeah, the theory of blockchain is really great, man. And I'm going to go fuck off during the bear market again, man. You need me. I'm right over here, man. I think there should be a panel of crypto advisors. The panel of crypto advisors should comprise, you know what? They should make a DAO. of crypto advisors
Yeah, I don't know.
and let them
I
all
don't know.
have their votes. That would be
That's
great.
a horrible idea.
Yeah, well, the DAO consists of Richard Hart, Hoskinson, Michael Saylor, and Vitalik Buterin, with Richard Hart having 5 votes, of course.
Oh well. I mean,
It's
how
gonna
will
be a
this
shit show.
how will this bull run play out this time? Because there are two theories here, right? That it's because this is the time when everything's pumping. You know, the CoinGecko, the top 10 coins, everything's green and green and green. This is where you get complacent. This is where you think, it'll continue like this forever, and you know, then you take your foot off your eye off the ball, and all of a sudden they rock
It's
the shit right
simple,
from
DJ.
under you.
When Bitcoins drops out of parabola.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Sell. Done.
And actually,
Fuck off for bear market. That's
I have this video here of myself breaking this down. Let's check in, because you know, on the What the Hex channel, the single most popular show was the Cryptomatic solo join from 4 weeks ago. Okay, Nuclear Herbs, he crushed it. But let's listen in, because all of this, what is being said in here, this is TA, not TA with Toby. This is TA with Gerrit van Lagen. Let's check in. I have another
Gerrit van Lagen.
Bitcoin prediction that I found, which is what I really like. So doing TA without Toby, have a look at this. We're doing TA with Gerrit van Lagen. Shout out to you. Follow him on the X. Once Bitcoin breaks out of base 4, so this is where we are here now. Remember Cabana, when he was on the show 3 weeks ago, he called this the megaphone, the bullhorn, you know, or whatever this is. He said, you know, this base 4 formation, a bear trap. We've seen that bear trap. That was the 50K, you know, bottom wick here. I believe that. And he drew this parabola, and he says once we break out of this, we do an Elliott wave move. We are currently in wave 2 already, and this could take us to wave 3. This is no financial advice, you guys. Let me put the disclaimer on, Jesus Christ. But I so believe in this move. It's too small. Can you see this? To 130K Bitcoin breakout with a bull trap. This is what we call a bull trap in the business, back to 100K, and then make another crazy spike up to exactly Richard Hart's prediction around the 240, 250K.
Holy crap.
Top, like a blowout top. And then he says, then the world drops into a recession and Bitcoin drops back down to 10K, 1K to 10K,
Nice.
which he calls the shakeout of the century. There you go.
Yeah.
And that's totally playing out so far.
2026 recession. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I mean, everyone
playing
talks
out.
about it, so
Yeah, so we're looking at 130K-ish run right now. This is where we sell, and then it drops to 100, today's price. This is where we get back in.
Oh yeah, you wanna trade that? Yeah,
I want to trade that.
you haven't been paying attention for the last 6 years, have you?
I mean, I'm staked anyway, but just as a fun, as an entertainment thought. And then we make a blow off top. Do you think this is how it's going to play out, or
What's the time frame on that?
Different?
Can we see? Can you roll back? And I couldn't see what's the time frame of the entire structure.
yeah.
Let me see. He posted today an update
September
to
20th.
this chart because, of course, he wants to take the victory lap here with his breakout. So let me see. Enhance. But it's a picture. You can never really enhance on these.
Enhance and Z.
So the time, you see, the time for this top is, yeah, it's already now. Like it's in February or so.
Really? So that'd be a
Yeah, but that's
no, that would
not
be right
like-
about on time. April, May is where Bitcoin does their first big thing, right?
I mean, if you go by the 4-year cycle, this this could be it. But the other, everybody else with Sailor Moon and Trump and all these guys, so they're expecting a whole year of this playing out to only top out in early 26. So we have a full year-long bull run.
That's the mega cycle, right?
Yeah.
That's the
This time be different.
That's the
delusional,
like opium, but delusion.
Let's check chat. Let's see what do you guys think? We got 166 people watching live.
Oh my gosh.
It's the most we ever had. Yeah, enhance.
Green candles bring the
Why are you
viewers.
watching us?
Why are you
Go
watching
out and
it?
buy more.
What's wrong with you? You should listen to Christian Richel giving you.
God damn it! That's the
advice.
third one, Peter. I have to banish you to the cornfield.
He shall not be named. But yeah, I don't know. So Chad doesn't have an opinion. Come on, Chad, throw us.
Wait, we got Toby here today, so
let's
we're
go
gonna do
replay
TA with Toby.
Yeah, we'll check TA with Toby later on. Maybe we'll learn something there. Well,
Toby,
bros,
give us a sign of life in the chat
our
if you're
market
still there,
is over.
please, to make sure that you're going to be here.
Be a market.
The beer market.
He who shall not be named has put out
God.
these freaking price predictions.
Which you can take and scrap.
And flush down the toilet.
Yes.
For
Oh,
$12.
Toby's polishing his balls. Good. Excellent. Extra polish, please.
The bronze balls. Nice.
Yes.
So Pulse 100X, Pulse X 150X. From where though? From the lows or from here or what? Ink $6. I think that's total bullshit.
Well,
it's already $3.
He's
now.
dumping it, so of course it's whatever he wants it to be.
Good luck with that.
PHEX 60 cents to $1. Well,
and by
he
the way,
die $1. And XUSD $1. I think that dumped today, didn't it? Wasn't there like some FUD going around that this shit
man is
today?
retarded.
Which
he needs
one?
help.
XUSD with balls.
And have you guys seen the interview with Christian?
An RG3.
Oh.
Christian did it all. He called us retarded, communist, fascist, everything except saying sorry, guys.
There's nothing to apologize for.
There's nothing to apologize. It's not him. It's all
it's not him. It was
people.
me. I was just
people
I
from
was
his
just
sack pool.
following orders. It wasn't me. It was just following the orders.
People from a sack pool.
It was I did not appreciate
not
the
him.
Saudis and the racism that you experience. It was terrible. I hate you all, but I love you too. Please pump my bag so I can dump on you again.
I have bring so many friends with so many millions into this environment, and I sat down with the prince, with the Saudi prince, and you made fun of me and the prince, and you were racist, bitches. Oh, it was
and if
amazing.
I love the straw man arg. By the way, Peter, that was the best impression you've ever done. So
yeah, not bad.
Well done.
What?
Not bad.
That was great. That came from an acting, like a facet of your heart that you've never uncovered before. You're a genius. That was great. But I will say that the straw man argument of whoever tells you what you can do with your money and what you can't is a fucking communist. That whole argument is just such a straw man freaking smoke screen.
I mean, if you don't want us talking about what you do with your money, don't show us your addresses.
And shut the fuck up, too. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Well, Gibson here says, "Hey, bro, we actually don't care if people sell. We care if people suppress the chart for a year, tell people they never sold and haven't sold, and la 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 la."
It's not about that. I mean, if we know his addresses, what you gonna think is gonna happen?
No. He explained that. He said it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
He said it's people that have been in the sack pool with him. So,
yeah, right.
And that's why people think it's his address.
And yet, what is this
but
tweet right here? What does this tweet right here say? Quite the
Communist.
opposite.
What you guys
I want to
sell?
buy this new ride, which is the same color as my old ride that I bought just 3 years ago, but I want to buy a new one. So what
not the
should I
same
dump
color,
on your
okay.
heads? What should I
Only-
dump? Give me a poll reading. Come on.
Common sense with the communism. Only communists
boy.
tell other people what they can do with their money. We don't care.
Yeah,
what
see,
you do with your money.
that's the fucking worst
Oh well.
worst argument for what he's opened himself up to. We love the fact that this is PvP. How do you think we're all going to make it? Is it going to be like, I'm holding forever? No, we don't look in other people's wallets unless they broadcast it and print their wallets or do something really bad in the community or claim they never sold and produce their wallets. Of course, people are going to peek in there and say, bullshit.
That's what we do.
It's what we do.
I knew Papa Beast wallets. I would slam him live on this show for
Sure.
selling.
For all his
Yeah,
Cardano
no,
trades.
but you know what? You know what, Peter? There's a big thing called you ain't gonna know my fucking wallets
Hmm.
Right?
because
Whoa,
that's the way it
sounds
is.
like
I don't
you
know your wallet.
Sounds like you know what to do in crypto, not
Oh,
dox
yeah.
yourself.
Well, sounds like it. Yay.
it.
Wouldn't it? This is the way that we can all be friends without the D. Just don't, don't put up your dirty laundry and let
Yeah.
people look at your stains. Otherwise, they're gonna know what a slob you are.
But if you get the new Lambo, we've got a life hack for you. Check this out, because we always give life hacks on
Of
this
course.
show.
Yes.
Not really. But...
Is that Quentin Tarantino?
It's his son. I need this in my life.
Awesome, isn't it?
That's how Toby cleans his balls. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
I'm gonna defend Toby and say he has no balls.
You call bullshit on that.
Hey,
And,
we got monies.
And Peter's also back with the Slovak show on Sunday. So check this
Watch
out,
the
you guys.
Slovak show in slow-mo.
Watch the Slovak
bro.
show. It's on Sundays, and in Slovak they have trains run through football stadiums. Like what the heck?
That's
This is the famous one.
when I'm rich, I'm gonna build a train to go through a stadium like
It
that.
goes right through the stadium.
It's nice. You get the smoke in your face. It's great.
I was there actually.
Yeah, by the way, Alan Fizamays giving
Yeah, we
his
got
money.
a super chat. $5 super chat. Is this a sleeve?
$5. The bull is in.
You got the hex whistle. Blow the whistle, Alan Fizamay. Just the hex.
whistle?
The hex. The
Is
hex
this a
whistle.
sleeve? What? Is that emoji sponsored? But what did he say? Come on, read this thing. Pay him his $5
Hex whistle.
due.
He put up the hex whistle emote. Is this a sleeve? Is that emoji sponsored by Adam and Eve? My Saudi
Ooh.
friends need to know before they subscribe to this channel.
I think he's laying down some bars.
I think it sounds like an Eminem song.
I think so too. Alan,
Get
thank
Red-
you very
Red
much.
Squirrel in the
Totally
house. Thank you for the
unexpected.
super chat
Yes.
and more hex whistles, which we can't show here on the StreamYard, but you guys.
We're saving up every
on
one of your
YouTube.
super chats goes toward the inevitable purchase for Christmas of Toby's ball buffer.
That's right. So what else do we have going on?
What do you want more? What more?
I think that's an action-packed show.
Are you not entertained? This is like
I could stare at the chart for hours.
Got 200 people watching live.
Wow, that's a freaking great. That's
Let's
a
see if
bull
we
run.
broke-
That's
thing,
too
yeah.
much.
We
That's too
broke
much.
new highs.
Indicator.
Oh my God, we have
We need 10x.
4 zeros and 7 5. You guys,
Oh,
It's not. It's
let
not
me
even
refresh.
sacred. What?
we're going towards that?
Why are we happy? Is this pump for ants?
Come
We
on,
hit-
Peter.
We hit saturate on this stream, and you know what's even better is that EHEX,
Well,
the firstborn,
what about
the
it?
real,
Shit.
the real
Go
the
and
true Hex.
unstake your stakes, man.
the
It's
Old
breaking
Testament of
out.
Hex. Yes.
breaking out. 2
Woo!
zeros and a 3
Ow.
2.
Enhance
haters.
and click log.
Take that, haters. Take that.
Don't
What
zoom out.
haters?
Don't zoom out.
EHEX
Man.
doesn't have any haters. It's just
Speaking
shit.
of charts, We had TA with Garrett Van Lagen. Maybe Toby can give us his thoughts on that one. And we got an actual Toby 1 Hexobi.
All right, fellas, I'm trying to get the microphone back in the game.
Wait a minute, is that your dark MAGA? Yep.
The dark MAGA.
Make crypto great again.
Dark MAGA hot.
Suddenly you were a Trump supporter. Okay.
No, suddenly. Have you watched my Twitter forever?
Yeah, Toby went door to door and knocked on and irritated all of his communities. Yeah.
What's so funny is prior to the political upheavals, I told myself I'm not going deep. I'm not going deep on the political stuff this time, and I went harder than ever. It's like it just felt like it was imperative to do so. But anyhow, glad to be back with you guys. I'm not a big trucker hat guy. My head shape.
It's too tall.
It's too big, man. That's way up there.
A dad hat is probably better.
That one. That's better. That's better. Thank you.
This is actually, I can't remember the guy, but this is the Hex Fishing Club. He sent me a hat, so thank you.
Nice.
Hex Fishing Club. We got a fishing club. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a super cool logo. I don't know if you guys can see it there. But
that's really cool. I like the hook and the fish there eating it. That's nice.
Yeah.
But there's no on the hook, bitch.
Not yet. Should be a little dollar that we all chase, right?
So what do you think about our Elliott Wave discussions? What do you say?
You know, I used to get into Elliott Wave. I used to follow a guy called Pulsican Crypto. He's still around.
Right.
And he was really, really good at it.
But he was day trading. That wasn't long term.
Very much day trader, swing trader. Very, very adept at utilizing it. There's a lot of nuance to it. You can fuck it up if you don't know what you're doing. I've got like the book that he recommended and was getting pretty decent with it. But, really, I did better with the Eric Crown stuff, the jewel.
Eric Crown's Crypto Cave.
And then really, like I've always said, with my super dumbed down Toby 1 TA, it gets you 98% of the way there. You know what I mean?
Speaking of dumb, let's see the charts.
Yeah, let me get this added on to the share screen.
Volume is all
right, there we go. And let's get
enter the stage. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
The Fractal King.
Okay, so let's get this bad boy. We're on the 3-day. Let's go to the weekly, and we'll get way back. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, as I like to say, going all the way back to the all-time highs in September of 2021.
The pyramid of cans.
What we did, and this is EHEX, the one and only. I heard DJ.
The firstborn, the new.
On my mind, the firstborn, the beloved, the original, the OG HEX.
Never forget your first.
Richard's first.
What's wrong with you people and EHEX?
Breaking out.
Shit, this is our day.
Back in June.
I mean, okay, just buy it and be poor. Okay.
No financial fun.
We don't want to buy it. We just want to look at it.
Tell you what
we buy PHEX. What are you talking about?
So there has been a little adjustment, and I can't remember if I did this actually on stream last time or we talked about it perhaps. But what was happening is I pulled a fractal way back in June, and I looked at June of 2020 through the all-time high in September of 2021. And I laid that over June of 2024 and ran it to September of 2025 to see how that would play out. And it was playing out quite nicely. Even showed a little pop up around the time of the hearing. And then what ended up happening is the pattern played out almost perfectly. We didn't get quite as big of a run up as I had hoped around the hearing, but everything seemed to happen about a month early. If you recall, we had that big breakout in September, about September 6th, I believe it was, when we finally got off the bottom here and started moving our way up. Yes. So what I did is I took that same fractal and I just moved it back a month, so we could see if we could continue to play it out. Now the old fractal's there. I don't delete shit. I might hide it just to kind of keep it from getting too confusing. So here's the old fractal. And then you can see I just took that same exact fractal and I just scooched it forward about 4 weeks. So that way, we've got an indication of what we're working with now. And it's been 3 weeks since I've been on, I think.
So if the fractal doesn't fit your story, you just scooch.
You just move it.
Of
That's
course.
That's how it's done.
It's like just move your lines. Like if stuff's
how
not
it's
done, like
Magic.
patterns aren't
I
working
called
out.
it on
like,
the
once
day.
you just move your lines around, and you look like a genius. Typically, I don't move my channels. Like once I set a channel, I leave it until it fails.
I don't really do
succeeds,
this, but
and then we
That's
show
like
the-
that's
we
like
show
me
the
with
measurement.
CNN. You
But
know?
the
Just
fractal
fall
was
right
like-
asleep to it. Yeah.
The fractal's woo-woo anyhow, right? The fractal, like we already knew that was like astrology on top of like tarot cards. So, but what's really cool about it is if you look here at the fractal, I pulled it forward a month and we got a little pop-up here and then boom, we're working right along here. And then maybe we get to that half penny mark sometime at the end of this month. So it could be as soon as next week if we continue to break through. The elephant in the room with EHEX, as always, is BankX. And I had suggested this to Papa the other day when we were talking, and I think I posted it on a YouTube comment and maybe on Twitter as well. You know, I see that Rackham's kind of back in the scene. Quite frankly, I like a lot of this stuff
You're
that I've
saying
seen.
the name of the show.
His
Well,
name is Christian.
He who shall
Stop
not be
it, stop
named.
it, you guys.
He who shall
Stop.
not be named.
I think the content that he's been putting out is good. Like he's putting out good
my
information.
God.
Now, whether people choose to follow anybody's advice is entirely up to them. That's you're taking some chances there. So it's like, also it's really interesting to me that, what he's preaching is diversification, which is absolutely the opposite of what Richard has always told us, which is own the good things and you don't spread it out. You just have that many more losers to try to overcome with your few winners. Right.
Yep,
So it'll be really, really cool when Richard comes back and starts streaming again, which is hopefully soon. With the shakeup in the SEC with Gary Gensler. Thank you, DJ, for breaking that news for me personally, because I wasn't aware that was actually happening now. So that's awesome. So
That's why you tune into our show for all the news, Toby.
That's where you get
Everything.
the alpha and the shit and the bullshit.
Infotainment. So anyhow, it looks like we're right there at the midline of the ascending yellow parallel channel.
But BankX continues to sell. I'm sorry, that's what we wanted to.
BankX, that's where I was going.
5 million
my,
again today.
My suggestion was like, hey, if he wants to endear himself to the community, it's only about $1 million, right? Like what they're holding, counting what they have in liquidity positions. He could buy that out and take that cap off. And if he really wants to play a contrarian to some of Richard's opinions, that'd be a good way to do it. So Rack, if you're listening, maybe peel off a cool mill.
Get in there.
It's
out of our hair.
horrible. You
And
people
then if
Get in
you
there.
really, really want to be
for
like
someone
super
to pump your
altruistic,
EHEX bags. This
you
is
can set
horrible.
Stop it.
What the
Hey,
fuck
you got
is wrong
EHEX
with
bags
you
too, bro.
Please stop.
You didn't need ES. So
Toby, get back on track. Come on, get back in your channel.
This is good information. It's like, and it
What
could
the
be
heck,
somebody else. Could be
indeed?
me. Could be me. Could be me. Maybe I do this at some point. We keep pumping like we do. Maybe I'm the guy.
You heard it here first. Toby's buying out BankX. Yay!
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I hear
you,
people
Toby.
throwing $1 million offers around to get listings. Rackham, Motley, Crypto Vents, amongst others. So, you never know. But my
we
point
stop
is
saying
that
the
to
name,
really
please?
just
This is
put the
not
cherry
the
on
show
top,
to do this.
buy them out, do a 5-5-5-5 stake,
Buying out
and then
BankX is borderline retarded.
emergency end stake it, and then it gets all distributed to stakers.
All right,
Just
Toby,
saying.
back to the charts. God damn it,
Fractals.
Okay. All right.
Fractal Rochelle.
The highest of stakes on Netflix, and Toby's gonna do it.
Yes.
Right. No doubt.
Go.
All right.
Hurry
So
up.
anyhow, so that's basically what we're looking at here. You can see the fractal. If we continue to play out, it'll go right to the top of the channel here around the half penny mark. Work our way back down, and it looks like around inauguration day, we could find a new bottom and start working our way back up. And then the top of the white channel, I'm thinking March, if this continues to play out like I'm expecting. And then what's great about these, as you guys always know, when we break a parallel channel, it moves the height of the channel. So I have the white line drawn in here. If we break out sometime around March, let's say, unlock that guy, move him over a little bit. Let's say we bust out right in the at the end of March. The full measured move on that would take us to a 20-cent EHEX.
Wow.
I think everyone would be quite pleased with that. So,
Yes.
so that's what I kind of see in the tea leaves with that one. But I'd be looking for some resistance around the half penny mark. That would also be a confluence with the 55 EMA. And then if we get to the top side of the white channel, then
speak
you're
to
looking at
customer
about the 1
service.
penny mark. Right? So that's where you'd be That's what you'd be looking for. So
Hello,
moving
Ellen,
right
this is
along,
customer
let's go on
service.
over to
Do you want a
Hex.
refund? Thank you. Leave a
Alan,
comment.
Polygon.
Polly, where is my bird?
Okay,
Man, Polygon.
so I had the we were trying to figure out last time around. I had the Rainbow Coalition for Peter and Papa, the Pride flag in here.
Oh God.
So we put that in to just
Spicy.
kind of give us an idea of what kind of moves we could look at if we were looking for an extension, right? Because I hear that some guys use those extenders. So anyhow, basically, as we're bouncing along here in its ascending parallel channel, once we get above the all-time high for PHEX, which was, can anyone tell me what was it,
3
about
cents.
4 cents? Yeah, it was about 4.2 cents.
4.2.
So, and as we saw with the extension of the fib extension here, if we continue to break out, that's a 2618 extension right to the 4.2. So that was interesting to me. I found that compelling. So if we get that out of the way and we're just looking at the parallel channel itself, we've touched the top of it, got some resistance at around 2.4, worked our way back down, had a nice dip down to just below 2 cents. Working our way back up now to about 2.3. So if we can, on the second push through, if we can actually break out, the full measured move of that would get us up around 3.6.
What's the breakout? What's the breakout price?
The breakout at the top of the channel, it depends on when it does it, since it's a slope here. But if it happens in the next week, you'd be looking at the 2.5 cent mark. So if we can get and stay above the 2.5 cent mark, here's the issue when you're looking at, like, this is on the daily. We go to the 3-day, it gets worse. We go to the weekly, it gets worse still. You don't have EMAs to deal with. We're already well above all of them. So that's why I had the fib extension on there to give us some idea of like what the height of these moves could be, right? So the first indicator is the height of the channel. And then as I was showing with the fib extensions, you got the 168 and the 268. 2618 rather, and that takes us right up to all-time high, previous all-time high. So once we hit previous all-time high, I would expect some resistance there, but then it's a blue sky breakout. We don't have any history showing us where it could go from beyond that. There's no price action above that point. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I'd be looking very closely at the 2.5 level, and the next resistance should be psychological at about 3 cents. So that is the PHEX. So if we move on over to Pulsechain, get this guy blown up here a little bit. So if you recall from a couple weeks ago, we had a descending, what are we on here? The daily. So this was about 2 weeks ago. We were at the bottom of this new white channel that we were kind of fleshing out a little bit. We're like, well, maybe this is a new channel. We had the descending yellow parallel channel. And then we started to work our way back up. We failed on the breakout, retested the top side of it. And then we got a little wick below this new white channel that we were speculating could be a real thing. And it's played itself out. So we went right here to the top, went right to it, got some resistance, pushed back down, wicked below the 100 EMA. And now we've got a breakout. So as per usual, again, say it with me. The measured move is
the width of the
height
channel.
of the channel. There you go.
Height of the channel.
The channel. So basically, if this
girth.
is the breakout,
The girth
Girth of the channel. Yes.
then you're looking at up to 4078, which I think everyone would be very, very pleased with.
But the
if we're
question
looking at-
everybody has is
Yes.
this breaking up, because it's rather a parabolic run at the moment. Is this
Yes.
being dragged up along with Ethereum? That's the question.
Well, we'll get to Ethereum
Could
in a
be.
second.
I mean, I don't know what kind of. The liquidity bonding on this is interesting because it's like if you look at all the stable pairs, there's a lot of money in DAI, in USDC, and in Tether. Right? Is the other one on Pulsechain on the stable pair, the stable farms, and then you've got Pulse with Ethereum. So there's a lot of it being tied to stables. So I'm not sure how much of an impact ETH has, except for the psychological impact of it, because it's a copy of ETH, right? So in the early days of HEX, the majority of the liquidity was paired with Ethereum, and then at a certain point, if you recall, we pivoted and it was mostly with USDC, so it was no longer dragged back down by Ethereum if it started to go sideways or down. So we're already kind of there. So I think the bigger speculation for everybody has always been. The SAC wallet put a large chunk into Ethereum. does that rotate back in, and how is that distributed and over what time period, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, so I think that it's nice to see these moves. We got some big green candles. The psychological the previous spots to look for are where we had some significant price action with supports and resistances. I'd be looking at a stop at around 7.4. Right now, that's right. We're at 7. We're at quadruple 0.7.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet. So 7.4 looks like an area of resistance. The full measured move takes us up to 7.8. And then beyond that, we'd have to start looking for some other areas of support and resistance. Looking at a 3-day, longer time frames gives me a little more confidence. I'd say it looks like right around the 8.4 area would be one to look for.
And then SAC.
That guy, move it up here. 8.4 is one. Get another one in there, clone that guy, and you can follow along at home if you've got TradingView. It's fun. Or you can do this on DexScreen. The next peak that we'd be looking to break above would be the SAC rate. So those would be the two next stops along the way. 7.8 is the full measured move, some resistance at 8.4, and then resistance at SAC level. And then we'd be trying to get back in this big ascending parallel channel that we had prior to the big March dump, right?
Pulsex, please.
To get us back in there, we're looking at 3014, 3015, depending on how long it takes. If we get there before the end of the year, around Christmas, January 1, if we're knocking at that door, we'd be looking at 3015, which would be 50% above SAC. I don't think anyone would be sneezing at that. So
right. Pulsex, move it. We got 3 minutes.
Right along. We got Pulsex. And let's get that guy blown up here. Pulsex, we had a similar situation. We had a descending parallel yellow channel. We got the breakout on that. We got the full move. And then we started forming another channel, or we were speculating that this could be another channel. So very much like on the Pulsechain chart that we just looked at. Pulsex, ascending parallel channel. We got the breakout on that now. The move of that would be the
we got more than the move. Much more than
twice the move. Candles there.
We've extended well beyond that move. So that's great. And we are currently at 4046, so almost half of SAC rate at this point. And then same rule applies. We'd have to start looking back historically and see where we had some supports and resistances prior to.
What other structure do you see right here on this chart, right here now?
What structure do I see?
Yeah. What do you see? Because if you take away all the channels, it looks compelling to be a nice rounded bottom with another handle over there.
Well, I mean, actually, it's like if you want to get spicy with it, we made a real definitive turnaround right here, so we could actually take this and extend this down and check that out how nicely that lines up right there. So
got Maddie in the chat.
We could be in a much larger structure here. Catching these lows here, catching the turnaround in the beginning of November. And then we're actually, if that's the case, we're actually at resistance right here. So, can we break out beyond that and maybe get a measured move on that guy? That would be fun. I'll leave this up for next week and we'll see if this channel plays out accordingly or if it just continues to go parabolic or we get a little resistance at this point. If this is a breakout from here, you'd be looking at 4065. Which is really nice. And that also lines up nicely with some previous supports and resistances around that level. So, So, it's looking spicy.
Great. Like ink, please. Ink.
I like it. And then moving right along, ink, the baby of the family, if you will. This is aggravating. Sometimes, like when you pull this up, it doesn't give you the option to go full screen. There we go. So you got to refresh it, and then it'll pull up. If you guys run into that at home, just refresh, and then you get that option. So similar situation here. If you recall, we had the blue smiley face. We used it the first time around when we were coming across this bottom in the beginning of September, and we're looking at that as a pretty significant area of resistance that we should get a turnaround, and we did. And then we're like, hey, it looks like we're going to play this out again. We came above the white channel that we were in. Didn't quite get the full measured move. I can just eyeball it and tell you, but just to show you, we didn't get the full measured move of this white channel that we broke out of. It fell a little short, came back down, and then rode along the top of the white channel. There's another little baby channel I kind of put on top here just to play with. We'll get that out of the way. So we didn't make the full measured move, but we found support on the top of that channel as we worked our way down. And then, interestingly enough, this other channel that we were using as kind of a crossroads for that turnaround in the beginning of September, same thing holds here. So we were coming down this, and then boom, big right turn right at the bottom of this other channel that takes us all the way down to all-time lows back at 0.39 in December, right? So that is looking pretty spicy. Nice big green candle on the weekly. This is a weekly chart. We'll go down to the 3-day, see what we've got here. We wicked off the 55 EMA really nicely. We're butting up against the 100. So we'll see if we can break above that and keep moving. And then maybe we get that full measured move. It's kind of tricky when you don't get the full measured move on the first breakout. It failed and then starts to continue down. Another way to kind of look at this is say like, well, then the real breakout's really here as it started to go with conviction, but we still haven't gone above that previous peak. So you're looking
troubled
at
child.
Yeah. About 340 is what you're looking at there. The next support resistance you'd be looking at is about $5.20.
Damn.
That's the thing about this is it can go really, really quickly. Just because of the levels that we were talking about. I mean, we were what, $83, the all-time high.
And for entertainment purpose, can you take a look at ETH as well, please?
Yeah, I actually got that up, and Bitcoin. We'll do Bitcoin last.
Yep.
So ETH, we did a similar thing where we grabbed a fractal and threw on here. And I'll move this around a little bit. Like, check this out. Look how nicely that's
now it fits. All right.
I mean, that's been following that fractal pretty nicely all the way since middle of September when we laid it in. So, and we were saying like, you know, probably a little sideways and then we should start ticking up around the election, and boom, that's what we started doing. And top of this channel is going to be around $5,400. That could be around the inauguration, perhaps. The measured move on this orange ascending parallel channel, a nice blue line there for some reason, but we'll change back to orange on that. Just keep it consistent. Yeah, we get the full measured move on that. If we break out around inauguration day, full measured move on that gets us up to 12.7. If we follow that fractal, which is the fractal of the previous cycle, where we got a high in I think it was May of 2021, and then we got another high, a little higher high in November of 2021. So if we follow that fractal, then you're looking at May of 25 around $22,000 Ethereum. And by November, so a year out from now, you're looking at $25,000 Ethereum. Which I think
what would the OA's Ethereum holding be worth at $25,000?
I think at 14,000, it's 2.4 billion. So somebody do the math. You know,
four times that
at 14, so you'd be a little shy of 5 billion, probably 4.2, 4.3 off the top of my head, without using a calculator. So yeah, so that's what you're looking at there. And then let's go to Bitcoin. This has been a really fun one for me because it's the one I've been tracking the longest. And it's really just been a good time. So let's go back to the 3-day on this guy. Oh, is it freezing up on me? Don't do that. Oh,
it's the frozen child.
Frozen child. Reload. Get rid of Ethereum.
There's a fractal
chart. Sorry, guys. Get rid of the Ethereum chart and go back to the Bitcoin chart. Here we go. So what I love about this one is it's like I've been tracking this ever since I got into crypto back in 2016.
Good night, Sandy Beach. Peter will tuck you in and give you a little kiss on the cheek. Good night.
Good to see you, Sandy. Hope you're doing well. And so you can see we've got this big, giant, white ascending parallel channel that actually, if you zoom in, and I won't belabor it here, but it actually goes all the way back to June of 16, which was the halvening. And it actually picks up a peak there as well. Comes to the peak that we got the $20,000 high in December of 17, works our way up to the highs that we saw in 21. And then after the halvening, the double top in 21 in April and October, November. And then we started moving our way back up. So the fractal that we laid in way back here in October of 22 followed quite nicely. I made probably one of my proudest calls of $75,000 Bitcoin at the halving. Everyone thought that was crazy at the time. I wish Richard had been listening and believed me, because, you know, had he bought Bitcoin instead of Ethereum, he could have made a quick double and then rotated it back into Ethereum for cheaper.
Now we don't know that Richard does this type of thing.
Well, whomever, but yeah. So anyhow, we formed this nice big blue parallel channel down and to the right, which was pretty in line with the fractal. We didn't, and I remember DJ and I talking about this. Typically, you know, after the halving, you get about a 39% pullback. The dip wasn't as dippy as we thought, because, you know, the ETF news and everything else, so it was a little muted. Nicely stayed right along the bottom of this channel. When we had Cabana on a few weeks back, we were talking about 65,000 being the price to watch. And then lo and behold, you know, we got up to that.
Sure enough, that's what it was.
And couldn't quite make a full run of it. It had a little bit of a pullback down into the low 60s. And then we finally got the breakout around the election, which was expected. Now, the measured move on the blue parallel channel only took us to 85,000, which we all know we blew right through. What's interesting about this descending parallel blue channel is it also could be the flag of a bull flag. So the pole, what's interesting I've found, I don't know if this is technically accurate, but usually the measured move of a bull flag is the height of the pole. But what I've found is that also, because of the slope of the pole, it'll also be a good indication of time. So it's not only the height of the pole, but actually it will kind of give you an idea of how long it's going to take you to get there. So this is what I find really interesting. We've just raced up here and so very close. Did we hit 100K yet? Looks like we got 98, just 99,073 was the high, the all-time high so far. Wait, is that right? Yeah. So that's the all-time high now. So we're trying to get to 100K. Top of this white channel, if we keep going at this clip, I mean, it could be within the next week, we could be 105, 106. You know, I would expect some chop. I would actually feel better about it instead of it just going straight up like this. And maybe it works its way sideways, a little consolidation, and then makes a run again after the inauguration. And then into March, we actually get a breakout. Top of that channel is 110. The measured move on that, which I think is spicy, measured move on that white parallel channel is 200K. So do we get a little over exuberant? Do we overshoot it like the measured move on the blue channel, which we blew right through? Could be. And then maybe we're looking at that 250 mark that Richard called a long time ago. And I think and think about this.
240. Richard called 240.
Okay, so let's say it's 240 and Ethereum's at 24, 25K. You're at a 10-to-1 ratio.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Toby, for all of your beautiful tits and ass. That was awesome. And DJ, get us out of here. We're almost close to the actual 1 hour mark. We went a little bit over for Toby's sake. Thank you.
We are. That's right. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got 250 people watching this live. This is incredible. These are bull markets, Discord syndicate numbers right here. So thank you very much. But please watch us on the YouTube, not on the X, because on YouTube we can reach out to other communities and get new people. We can pay for money to nobody. We're not doing this for the money. We're not doing this for the tech.
I'm not
doing
it.
I get nothing. We want to reach out.
Goodbye, everyone. It was great seeing you today.
Reminder, 2nd of December is around the corner. 5 years HEX anniversary. We're going for 5 years of flawless uptime. Maddie will do a 24-hour live stream stakeathon super event. We're trying to get a Guinness Book of Records for more than the previous records of fresh Quattro Cinco steaks being put in by the community on that day. So if you plan to put in a steak, maybe you want to hold off until the 2nd of December, do it then. According to Crispy Man, the previous record is 350 or so, 350 Quattro Cincos in one day, and we're trying to make more on the 2nd of December. I will do a DJ live stream on that evening as well, and I will play all the HEX music that has been released from the past 5 years. So that's going to be fun.
Woo!
And
It's a lot of cringe.
It's a lot of cringe, yeah. And maybe some more stuff happening on that day. So we want to make this our annual holiday, 2nd of December, and We're celebrating 5 years of Hex. So
remember, the 2nd of December.
Thanks for tuning in. Smash the likes. Follow up. We see you on the next one.
All right, Hex Staker class, it's go time. 5 years of proof of cult is here. Hex, the big daddy in crypto. 5 years running, flawless, resilient, and still on top. On December 2nd, join the 5555 club. Grab 5,555 Hex, stake it for 5,555 days, and start building that generational wealth.
Proof of cult.
Lock up your coins and be part of the most epic community crypto's ever seen. Are you code proof? Let's go, Hexicans!